Hey, vinyl community. We are at the F's, the final countdown. Flying Burrito Brothers, 1969, on A&M Records. Herb Alpert and Jerry Moss. So we have Graham Parsons here. We have Chris Etheridge, the great Sneaky Pete Kleinow on pedal steel, and Chris Hillman, of course, on bass. An amazing record. They came out of, or Graham came out of his embattled tenure with the Byrds, made the classic Sweetheart of the Rodeo. Another musician that we featured recently on Deja Vu, David Crosby, was also in the Byrds. A great band, Roger McGuinn covering Bob Dylan's Mr. Tambourine Man and All I Really Want to Do, and so many others. My Back Pages, Chimes of Freedom. So let's get into the Gilded Palace of Sin. This is considered by many a 5-star album. I haven't had too many 5-star albums. Here's the band, great photo shoot. You can see the nudie suits there. Graham has his made with naked ladies, marijuana leaves, and Seconal and Tuinal pills. Don't ask. The guy was dead by 24, so he had a rough life. I'm wearing my Stones in the 1972 tour because on the Exile on Main Street albums, when they went to the south of France to record that, Graham was there. So Byrds, Flying Burrito Brothers, Rolling Stones, you can see the kind of company that he kept. And I kind of think Dead Flowers, although it's a very Grateful Dead-y Rolling Stones song, was kind of dedicated to Graham. Also another Graham thing before we get into Gilded Palace of Sin, the song Wild Horses was recorded by Graham before they recorded it on Sticky Fingers. Christina's tune, Sin City, Do Right Woman, Dark End of the Street, the great country standard that Linda Ronstadt had done, by Spooner Ullman and Dan Penn. My uncle being, of course, the government. This was in the height of the Vietnam War and the draft. Second Side Wheels, Juanita, Hot Burrito number 1, Hot Burrito number 2, two Chris Etheridge songs, Do You Know How It Feels, and Hippie Boy. So you got Graham, two covers, Graham, Chris Hillman. Oh, Graham was on all the Chris Hillman, Chris Etheridge songs. So basically, except for the two covers, Do Right Woman, which Aretha did, and Dark End of the Street that Linda did, Linda Ronstadt, you've got all written by the great Graham Parsons. Let's take a look at there's lovely ladies on here. I don't know who they are. Hanging out with the band, probably somewhere in the back lots of LA, no doubt. We got the old A&M sleeve. You can see the old, there's some A&M jazz records, Liza Minnelli, the Sandpipers, so you get the idea. 69, what Baja Marimba band, Herb Alpert, of course, what A&M records when they were starting out. So it was pretty revolutionary for them to sign them. The old A&M label, right, the gold label. There we go. And this is, definitely an OG copy of this, but just a great album. I mean, country, rock, psychedelia, soul, cosmic American music. That's what Graham was going for, and this is considered his greatest album with them. He did one more, Burrito, but then was fired after that. And then I have another one on vinyl. I may do a review of that. I really like it. It's without Graham, but The Last of the Red Hot Burritos, it's a live album, really cooks. Who else? We got Larry Marks and Henry Louis, engineer Henry Louis. Drums, John Cornell, Eddie Ho, Sam Goldstein, Popeye Phillips, personnel, Graham Parsons on rhythm, Chris Hillman on rhythm, guitar, mandolin, Chris Etheridge on bass, and piano, and Sneaky Pete on steel guitar. And Barry Feinstein did the art direction. Just a great album. I would highly recommend picking this up in in whatever variation. It bears repeated listening. It's the beginning of country rock. This is what set the stage for the Eagles, for the New Riders of the Purple Sage, Poco, even Buffalo Springfield, which of course was kind of already out, and Stills and Neil Young's band, with so many formative people, guys that went on to form Loggins and Messina, and America. Who else in country rock? New Riders, Poco, and then of course all the the Southern rockers. They borrowed from this as well, because this had a lot of Nashville influences coming out of Sweetheart of the Rodeo. That was Graham's thing. A little more about Graham. Of course, he teamed up with Emmylou Harris after his time, in '70, when he got bounced from the Burritos, and did 2 solo albums, Grievous Angel and GP. But he was soon dead soon after that, overdose, morphine and alcohol. Very tragic. One of the really rising stars, really had a vision, really had a voice. Triple threat, could write, could sing, could play mean rhythm guitar, fronted bands, was the International Submarine Band. And here's a little known fact. I was doing a little research on Graham. I'd seen mentioned that he had a trust fund. His father, who passed away from alcoholism, had owned 1/3 of all the citrus farms in the state of Florida. That's pretty crazy. And he got his name, Parsons, from his stepfather. And so kind of had a tragic upbringing, which probably contributed to that. Graham Parsons, a real legend, really great stuff. Check out the Gilded Palace of Sin. It's LA, it's country, it's rock, it's all those things, and you'll love it. And we'll be coming at you with the E. I think, there's a pretty big band that begins with E, which I've mentioned already tonight. And you'll be looking forward to that, one of their biggest albums. I got a nice copy of that with some nice goodies with it. So keep on rocking. Please like the video, subscribe, and comment down below. And thank you all for all the people that watch the Jeff Beck Blow by Blow. I'm doing really well with that. I've had a lot of views. You can go back and watch that one. Jeff just passed. And keep on rocking, vinyl community. Great to have you out there listening, and keep on keeping on, keep on trucking. Thanks, bye.